Hey guys, this is your art teacher. You've probably just watched another instructional video on how to create this, how to create your weaving plan, okay, and hopefully you've gotten finished with that, okay. So there's other videos that review how to take this, how to make this symmetrical, okay, so we're moving on from that. If you are absent, then you can use these examples. You can follow the instructions in the previous review video to catch up on that, okay? So that you're gonna have to work on independently. Okay, so today we are going to be moving on. I've got a few student examples here, and I've got some looms, excuse me, some looms that have been warped, okay? The warp thread right here. Some looms that have been warped that I'm gonna have you guys look at, okay? I know that these instructional videos get kind of long, okay? However, I'm gonna share with you guys some very important details, so please, please listen. So today we are warping the loom. Everybody say warping the loom. Okay, good job. So we have our finished design right here, okay? If you have this much done, but it's not colored firmly, I need you to go back. I want you to color it firmly, okay? I'm gonna be choosing or working with a small group of about 4 to 6 people. And so people who have their drawings more complete, okay, the drawings more finished are gonna get started on theirs first. Okay, so once you have your loom, what are we gonna do next? I'm so glad that you asked, okay? We've got our pattern on our drawing, check, okay? Our cartoon, basically our drawing, our weaving plan. This is called, mine's unfinished. Our weaving plan is called a cartoon. Okay, so I want you guys to know that. So if you ever go to a professional weaver and they talk about their cartoon, you know that they're not talking about Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, okay? They're talking about their weaving plan or their weaving pattern, okay? So we've got that done. So the next, we need to prepare our cardboard loom. We are using smaller personal cardboard looms. I have written on the back, okay? Once again, we're starting on the back. I have written on the back, start, okay? This is on the back right-hand side, Right up here, you already see some warp threads. This student did a fabulous job. Great job, Brady. Did a fabulous job following directions and warping his loom. If yours looks like this, when you're finished, okay, you were not listening to instructions. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to make yours look like this. Yes, thumbs up. Not like this. No, no. Okay? So, this student started with their warp threads. They came to see me. I gave them the warp threads. I took my warp thread right here. Let me zoom this out a tiny bit. There we go. I took my warp thread. I wrapped it around their loom like 15 times. Let me get one right here that needs... Oh, this is a great example. So she needs some warp thread. I'm gonna start on the back. I'm gonna write this upside down. S-T-A-R-T. If yours does not have this on the back at the right, okay, let me know. Not right now, let me know when you get your loom, okay, when you come to see me and I work with you in small groups, okay? And then also at the front, at the bottom left and the top left, you should have these little guide marks. So I'm going to start at the back. I'm going to lay down my warp thread and I'm going to wrap one, I might lift this up a little bit, 2, 3, 4, 5, let me do this in my lap real quick, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When that falls over, it creates a problem. Sorry, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so sorry, that got out of the view of the camera. 15, and a cut, okay? you will likely have too much warp thread. You won't have too little. This is not warped. This is me handing you, giving you your warp threads, not being all tangled up. Okay, there's me. Not all tangled up. You go back to your table. You are going to untangle this. I'm working upside down, so that's the view that you're seeing this from. I'm unwrapping this. Then I am ready to start warping my loom. Oh, look, there's S-T-A-R-T. That's where we start. I'm going to lay this down on this part of my loom. Okay, I'm going to slip that through that little notch right there. Do you see that notch? Then it's going to come to the front of my loom over my weaving plan, over my cartoon, and then I'm going to insert it into that little mark that I've made right down there. Okay, I'm going to tug it firmly, not so hard that this comes out. A little bit of this pulled out, so I'm just going to tug it backward. Okay, this right here is going to be tight, or some people call it taut. Okay, then on the back side, I don't want to see any warp threads on the back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom this in. I'm going to lay this down on my table. I'm going to zoom this in. Okay, so I'm going to use my both hands. Okay, both hands, my left hand and my right hand, and I'm going to think of this as a tooth and you're flossing it. Okay, I'm flossing this, I'm pulling it in between those little tabs right there. I gotta hang on to both sides. Okay, if there's a little bit extra, that loop, I'm going to pull it. Okay, then I'm going to flip my loom back over to this side, and then the notch right there, not this one way over here, this little notch right there. Okay, I'm going to firmly tug that and place that right into that second little notch right there. Okay, some of these looms look a little bit better than others. This one's kind of worn out. Then on the back, okay, I'm not going to drag it all the way down. No, no, no. I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to hold on to it like I'm flossing. Okay, very important. I'm hold on to it like I'm flossing. I'm going to firmly press it down into, in between that next little cut, and then I'm going to pull. Okay, let me show you what happens when people don't do it right. They go like this, and then they pull it down. They go like this, and they pull it down, and it's off, and it's crooked. This is a no-no. This is the no-no. Let me show you a good one. Where did I put that down? This is the, where did you go? Here it is, okay? This is the yes, yes, this one, okay? This one right here, this right here is the no-no because they didn't floss it the right way, okay? No-no and yes, yes. So, how am I going to fix that? I'm going to take this off. Okay, so you can be working on yours while you're watching this video. And then I'm going to grab a hold of both pieces. Let me get some of this other stuff out of the way. And right now, of course, I'm using my warp thread, and I am warping the loom. Okay, I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to pull it tight onto the back. Let me zoom in. Then I'm going to go all the way down to the front, okay, right down there. And I'm going to pull this. Since this is already in a straight line, I can just pull it down firmly. I'm not trying to tear it apart, or I'm not trying to, you know, be the strongest person in the school. I'm just trying to just tug it slightly until it doesn't pull anymore. Then on the back, I do the same thing. I'm going to wrap it around. Make sure this is in the view of the camera. I'm going to wrap it around again. I'm going to hold it with both fingers like I'm flossing my teeth, okay? And then I'm going to tug, and this should be straight across. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up a little bit. The student's going to be happy that I'm using hers as an illustration. On the back, let me zoom out a little bit. On the back, I turn it over. Okay, I'm making a U-turn on the back. Okay, then on the front, I see warp thread. On the back, get that out of my way. On the back, I'm making a U-turn. I'm gonna hold this like I'm flossing my teeth. And we have a bell that says my lunch time is almost over. This is what I typically do during my lunchtime. I work. I love to make things more clear for my students so they can work independently. Everybody loves to know what to do so that they can do things on their own. Okay, there you go. Nobody wants their mom and dad to dress them for the rest of their life. Well, except for me. My mom comes over in the morning and dresses me. Just kidding. Okay, so continue with this. Stay focused, art teacher, stay focused. So we're gonna continue with this. Look at that, that looks great. I have warp threads on the front. Okay, see I have these warp threads on the front. Please don't play these like a guitar. You're gonna loosen up your warp threads and they will break. Okay, so I'm gonna continue with that. Remember that you will probably have too many warp threads. Too much, I'm sorry, your warp thread will be long, okay? It is not that you don't have enough. You will have plenty of warp thread. I gave you a little bit of extra. I can do this kind of quick. I've been doing this for a while. I gave you extra warp thread. Okay, I'm just gonna continue to flush this. Hopefully you guys can see this in the video. I'm just gonna double check and make sure I didn't get off here any. I did. Let's see, a little bit. Okay. And move it over this way. Just kidding. And this way, and on the back. And I do have a video on how to rewarp your loom. So let's just say that you accidentally skipped one or you messed up on your warp threads. I'm gonna have a how to rewarp your loom, okay? So anyway, and you'll bring this to me and I will just tape up the bottom and the top and let's see, let me use this one as an example. So this is the top, this is the bottom. There's a little bit too much warp thread, okay? This, your beginning is right here and your ending is down here. Okay, your beginning is right here and your ending is down there. Okay, and that's how you will know that you have an odd number. Once I double check and make sure that you have done this the right way, we don't want to cut anything off until you've done it the right way. Once I make sure that you've done this the right way, I'm going to trim that, okay, and then I'll put a little piece of tape, some masking tape at the top and at the bottom where it says start. And then over here at the end. I don't put ending on there because sometimes somebody's might end right here. It may end up over there. It depends on if I give you 11, 13, or 15 warp threads. But remember, if we begin at the top, obviously at the top, and we're ending at the bottom on opposite sides, we know on the front that we have an odd number, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Okay, happy weaving. I am the luckiest art teacher ever. I have the best of classes. Thank you guys for being such great listeners. And this was a video on warping the loom. Bye guys.